Hey folks, you might be wondering what in week 3 Ajax demo.txt is, and let me show you. This is for users who got through WebD 170, now WebD 164, who didn't get a chance to try Ajax. So what I'm doing here is I'm pasting, and I just want to take a good look at this. I'm going to save this as, heck, I can do it as HTML, so that we can get the color coding and the line breaks. So let me go ahead and save this. You can see Sublime's kind of being finicky, but I'm going to call this Ajax demo. Oops, let me get Ajax demo.html. We'll throw it on my desktop, just like that. Okay, and here you see some color. So what we're going to be doing is taking these values, creating one line for each one, and going through it. So what Ajax is it's asynchronous calling of data externally. And it's important that you know that, because a lot of the jobs in front-end development now will be using external data to populate their websites. That's because unique content is what really drives successful, profitable websites. So I'm just making this have the proper line breaks, and we can go ahead and run it, but you'll notice that I'm using jQuery on this. So I'm going to go ahead and I have jQuery on another script right now from the last thing that I was doing. So let's go grab jQuery, which is right here, and we're going to put this on top. And all I want to do here is console.log the data that has come in. Okay, so I have, I'm going to kill this off real quick, but I have an if else here, and we can format this. I can actually comment this and let's see here, we'll do line reindent. So that'll make it nice and formatted for us. So I did line reindent on Sublime there. So what I want to do now is I've got this JSON callback, right? So this is a variable that equals a function. We're going to pass a URL and then some value to it. So this is the callback right here, because this is the URL. And what we're going to grab is this. It's JSON placeholder type of code, and you see I have one post there, and if I change my URL to all of them, I'll get all of them. So I use this as a way to teach Ajax, but we're using, this is actually Ajax right here, by definition. This is the XML HTTP request, which will asynchronously grab data from another place. So let me go ahead and run this. I'm going to run it in a browser, but I'm going to do it straight from my desktop, okay, to show you some of the rules. Now this is going to be a quick lesson. Hopefully it's a brush up for most of you. But this is, let me close out some other stuff here. Okay, here we go. This is it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and go to my console. We'll take a look. So you see I have an unexpected end of input here, which usually means that you have you need to add another closing brace, which I do, because I have a function getJSON right there, and the if else's were all open and close. So let's go ahead and hit refresh again. Now I have a missing argument, so let's go ahead and look at line 29. That's because I have a missing brace here. That's because when I copied and pasted it didn't work. So this right here is the console.log of data and body. Now notice how they have left me. I'm not even on a server right now. I'm just working locally. But this is the JSON for just the one there. See post one, and I console.log the data, and I get all this data here. So if I were to go and change that the way I did in the browser and just do posts, I'll get all of the objects. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so a big part of what we do in front-end development, and things that should be in your code pens, is how to grab this kind of data. And so you can grab these data individually by just doing console.log title which is going to be the titles of all these. And I'll go ahead and hit refresh again, hopefully. If not, I'll just go back to data and look at the key value pairs. So here's the data. Oh, you see how there's zeros in title? So I would do 0 and then dot title, like that. So if I hit refresh, that's the title for the first one. And then the body would be the second. So when you see these zeros, what we can do is do a for loop and do for var I equals 0. I, as long as it's less than data.length, because it has a length. Oh. And then I++. And then this would be the I. So I can console.log everything I want. And again, you could probably see these are all the titles for all 100 things. So you find your key value pairs, and then you run with that. That's the way it works. This is get.json, which works on a lot of APIs on programmable web. If this doesn't make sense to you, at some point, have a hangout with me. Email me, request a hangout, and I'll go over it more in depth. Because I don't know, some people in this class don't have the advisories. And I'd love to help you on this because it really is a simple idea. And the simple idea is finding an API somewhere like JSON placeholder and getting data into where it needs to be.